What is up, everybody? It is Wick here, and I got a cool video for you today. Actually, a video kind of for myself. I started doing some research on just some rare Blu-ray movies because I want to know more about what to look for out there. You see so many at garage sales and rummage sales. I've been coming across them, and I'd just like to be able to pick out some good ones without having to sit there and scan them all. There's a lot of Blu-ray movies that are just obvious to look for, like special editions, like big box sets and stuff like that. Not going to have really any of those in this video, but kind of focus on the ones that you might be surprised is actually worth money. I have 50 to show you, and all of these will sell pre-owned for $50 or more. Some of them, well over $100 even. There's actually a thunderstorm warning. I think it's over, so hopefully I'm safe to record and power don't go out or it's not too noisy. But the idea is to just get these movies in your head, so if you happen to see them out in the wild, you can pick them up. Once you see these, you'd be surprised how they stick with you. And if you see them in a big lot of movies, you can pick them up. And I know a lot of people, they probably go to garage sales, they scan every single movie. I'm no expert when it comes to this category by any means, which is why I'm learning. And I figured I'd just make a video on it real quick while I'm doing this. But let's just jump right into it. First one I got here is this Dead and Alive movie. These new other, which are like very good condition, are selling for around $150. You can see pre-owned in good condition, $140. So a great movie to look out for. Unique cover. Of course, horror movies, the same with like VHS and most DVDs as well. Certain ones are more valuable. Also, if you notice in the title, you'll see OOP a lot when doing this. That's out of print. If you're selling a rare movie, it's good to put that in the title if it's out of print. Also, HTF, hard to find, is another thing you might see. Good to use for like keywords that people are searching for. Just make sure it's actually out of print, before you put that in there. Here's the movie Rad, very good money. You can see about $140 as well. Some editions new can sell for even higher. Of course, that's just how it goes with new things. I actually got a VHS recently of Rad. It is also valuable. I think I'm going to sell the VHS for $75. So Rad is a good one to look out for. Here's a crazy one. This is Airheads Blu-ray, $500 new. It's showing there. $250 pre-owned. There's one brand new for $250. $250 pre-owned. $240 new. So you're looking at anywhere between $175 to $250 for this movie if you can find it. Also keep in mind that some of these are more rare because of the cover. Might be different. I tried to keep as many of those out as possible, because most people aren't gonna, see Airheads out there and be like, oh, that's the special edition cover. But I believe this is just all around valuable without, the cover mattering at all. Here's one I was kind of surprised. The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, looking like about $58 pre-owned. It's a movie I wouldn't think would be worth that much. And a lot of these movies I'm showing, there's tons of movies that sell for over $50 pre-owned Blu-rays. And there's even more that will sell for, anywhere between 20 and 40, which is still great profit if you're picking these up for like $1. And then of course there's even more than all of those that just aren't worth really picking up that sell for like $7 or $8. So there's a lot of potential out there with movies. We're looking at some Godzilla stuff, just some basic Godzilla movies like Godzilla 1984, $250. But here's a collection that sold for $550. Godzilla's very hot right now. Toys and movies, anything Godzilla really. Yeah, this is just the return of Godzilla, but a lot of Blu-ray movies are over $100 Godzilla. The movies have been doing good from what I heard, so I think that's one reason why. Here's Shin Godzilla, another one, $93 pre-owned, $100 pre-owned. Of course, condition does matter. If you have a cracked case and a scratched disc, you're not going to get, as much money for this stuff. So it's always good on these higher end movies, at least, maybe just test them real quick, make sure they at least start up. You can usually just look at the disc and tell though, right? Here's a movie called The Voyeur, $50. There's one for $41 plus shipping. So another just kind of a basic movie I would probably look past and think, was it that valuable? Looney Tunes, the Looney Tunes collection here, $70. There's different collections, the Platinum collection. Some of these collections aren't worth anything, but you can find them. Volume 1 and Volume 2 I think will sell for over $50. Here's yet another movie that I'm surprised sells for that much. I mean, this $999 one's obviously probably wrong, but if you look at this one, $142 new other condition, 140 that look like for 4 movies there. But Dogma is the one that's rare. Kevin Smith movie, $115, $100. So a very good one to look out for. I think the DVD of this is actually worth decent money too. I don't know if there's a VHS. Can't remember when this movie came out, but could also be worth it. The Lady in White, just one of those movies. I don't even know, what it is. It says it's horror, Scream Factory horror, which you see a lot of people who make these movies as well. It matters about the amount of money you can get for them. So $65, Lady in White. Wing Commander, kind of a crazy one here. $200 pre-owned. Now here's one for $100 pre-owned. Not a whole lot on eBay. And keep in mind, just because you see a very high price doesn't mean it necessarily sold for that. Just because you've seen a very low price, doesn't mean it's not worth more than that. So sounds like the storm is getting worse. You have another warning with a tornado watch. So hopefully the power stays on and I don't have to start this video over. I've already had problems getting this one going, but The Visitor pre-owned, $70 for this one. Pre-owned, there's one, $55 new, $45 plus shipping new. The Crow, another one of these series that's doing pretty well. There's a 2-pack here, or a double feature, whatever you want to call it, The Crow and The Crow 2 for $82. I believe just The Crow will sell good too. Yeah, just The Crow, $56.97 with 12 bids, pre-owned. So The Crow, great Blu-ray to look out for. Here's one that's interesting. I figured I'd throw this in the list here. Power of Grayskull, He-Man and Masters of the Universe. I kind of remember this. It's not actual He-Man. I think maybe it's a documentary of some sort, but there's only one sold comp right now. There's more on Terapeak, but there's also none listed. So something like this, if you was to find it, you could kind of name your own price. 150, 200, why not? Go for it. Celtic Pride, here's one. Kind of surprising as well. $150. It was looking like probably pre-owned here. The Confession, $85, $80. Another good one from 1970. It's got kind of a unique case there. Ernest Scared Stupid. This is one of the ones I was really surprised because I just remember watching this so much as a kid. I wouldn't think any Ernest Blu-ray would be worth it, but Ernest Scared Stupid, here's 2 of them for $70. A new other, $55 pre-owned, just a good one to look out for. Pirates 2, just some niche movie. Digital Playground, around $50. The Prisoner, I put this in here just to make a point that some of these box sets are just kind of the size of a normal Blu-ray case. They're not like big and easy to spot. And The Prisoner here, just a 5-disc set from, the UK, I believe, $150. $106 for a pre-owned one of this. Neon Maniacs, $60. There's one for $70, $61, $50. Just kind of looks like some 80s movie. I've never seen this either. Hoodwinked, $50, $60 for this one, it looks like. Of course, if they have a slipcover, you're going to get more money if the one you find still has the slipcover with it. There's some really good Western movies, $58. Is it hailing? I hope this is not too annoying. I don't even know if it's picking up in the mic with noise cancellation and everything, but it's so loud I don't see how you couldn't hear it. So hopefully it's soothing as the hail beats on my window. But yeah, face to face here. Okay, now I think the storm is over. Got a little crazy there. I just stopped the video. But yeah, face to face, a good Western Blu-ray to look out for. Ninja Scroll, this takes me back. I had the VHS of this. Kind of surprised to see there's a Blu-ray edition selling for over $100 pretty consistently. That one comes with a Yu-Gi-Oh card for who knows why. But yeah, around $100 for Ninja Scroll. I wonder if the VHS went up in value. I still have that. Just looked it up. The VHS, not bad. Looks like maybe around $20 to $25 there. If there's one thing about anime, there's so much that's just worth a ton of money when it comes to DVDs and especially Blu-rays if they have the whole season on there. Talking, hundreds of dollars. If you happen to go to a garage sale and it's an anime fan that's dumping all their old Blu-rays, take the time to look them all up or just try to buy them all at a good deal if they're not asking for too much because it's just going to be gold. Here's a 1955 film called Violent Saturday. Looked like it sold for $86 pre-owned. Blackula / Scream Blackula. This is one of those double features. Looks like $90 in like new condition. Like new pre-owned $70, so not bad at all. Here's one, another one I was very surprised. 28 days later. But pre-owned, you're looking pretty good on these. Even, especially if you have 28 days later and 28 weeks later, about $90. But even just having 28 days later is pretty good. You're probably going to get over $50 for that. So worth looking out for, especially if you find the double feature one. Here's a movie called Silkwood. Don't know anything about it, but it's selling pretty good. Once Upon a Time in America. Another one that's around $100, $85, $65. Looks like this Blu-ray set came with a book, or maybe somebody's just bundling it. Still worth keeping an eye out for. Here's one. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood is the full title of this one. I can also hear the storm picking up again. But yeah, kind of a crazy niche Blu-ray, I guess. Here's the Hellstrom Chronicle. Looks like about $80 pre-owned. Miracle Beach, 1992. Not familiar with this one either. I see a pre-owned for $80. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. This is one that's Steelbook. I wanted to put this in here so I could have a reason to talk about Steelbooks. A lot of the Steelbooks are going to be worth more than the original. As you can see, the Steelbook has a different cover. The case is actually steel. But even if you look at some of the ones that are still valuable as Steelbooks, like this one here, it's still $64 pre-owned, $70 pre-owned for this one. So it's just a rare movie in general. This is not always the case. Sometimes Steelbooks are not worth much at all, and the original movie's not worth much either. I've sold a lot of different valuable Steelbooks over the years. I don't go and scan every single movie at garage sales. I just pick things that I think look interesting or things that I already know about. In Goodwill, I'll check more thoroughly, but most Goodwills, they usually just send their Blu-rays and stuff or scan them. And a lot of times they'll just sell them on eBay like this, or Shop Goodwill, usually eBay because they get more money on eBay because not as many people are willing to buy on Shop Goodwill. Here's another example. Jennifer's Body, the Steelbook edition is going for around $90 with this art. And if you go down and try to find one that's, just the basic one, the basic Blu-ray, still around $20, $25. So there is some money there. Here's a Region B one for $12.80. But like I said, I'm not trying to put too many Steelbooks in this video. Just because that's more of an obvious thing. If you see a Steelbook, it's special edition, so probably worth looking into. Miss 45, this is about a $60, $70 Blu-ray. Here's one called Death Hunt, kind of a unique case. I know people watch my videos on the phone. It's going to be harder to see these. If you're watching on a TV, you can probably see the cover better. But it's just good to know what this stuff looks like so it sticks in your mind. Here's a Discovery Channel documentary. It looks like Harley and the Davidsons, about $80 pre-owned on this one. Here's one for $70 pre-owned. Out of print documentaries, they usually do great. Here's Looney Tunes Back in Action. This is a live action movie with Looney Tunes. They were doing that a lot, weren't they? At least back in the 90s. Yeah, around $50 pre-owned. The Dark Half, here's another Scream Factory horror one. Looks like about $60 to $80. Project X looks like around $80. Dying Young looks like about $60 pre-owned on that one. The Death of Superman Lives, What Happened. I believe this is kind of a documentary, if I remember right. Pre-owned $140. You can see that one's signed though, but still it looks like one here not signed for about $120. The Venture Brothers, kind of crazy how much these are going for. Now this is a TV series full season. Again, it's just in a normal DVD case. It's not big box or anything like that, but some of these later seasons like 5 and 6 going for about $200 pre-owned. This is the kind of stuff that you can easily find at a garage sale. Maybe not easily is the correct term, but definitely plausible that it could be at a garage sale. And let me know in the comments, if you go to a garage sale, will you scan every Blu-ray movie if you're a Blu-ray seller or a movie seller? I imagine the people that are really into this can just pick up stuff immediately, know exactly what they're getting. So here's some sort of vampire movie, Near Dark. Looks like about $75 new, around $60 pre-owned it's looking like. Here's another anime. This is Whisper of the Heart, $100 for this one. And a lot of these Blu-rays, they also come with the DVD, Blu-ray and DVD, sometimes a digital version as well. Doesn't really matter if the digital code's been used most of the time. People just want the physical copy, mostly for collecting purposes. Twilight Zone, the movie, Looks like about $63 pre-owned. There's one for $50 plus shipping. Fugitive Girls, that's a cool cover. 1974, right around $50 pre-owned, it looks like. The Hunters, here's one of these underground horror massacre videos. You know, a lot of this underground stuff is just pretty big money if it's rare. Same with VHS or DVDs. Anytime I see a movie like this out in the wild that I'm not familiar with, I'll take the time to look it up. Or if it's like $1 or something at a sale, I'll just buy it, hope for the best. Lots of martial arts movies are great. Here's one called Iron Dragon. Looks like about $70, $50 in that range. The Blue Lagoon, 1980, also looks pretty good, over $100. I believe there's probably different. Yeah, here's some different artwork. Still pretty good. Attack of the Monster Crabs. It's some of these old weird movies like from the 50s and 60s. You look them up, they're just worth absolutely nothing. Some of them, like this Attack of the Crabs, very good, pre-owned, $73.70. I've sold so many Blu-rays, well, not just Blu-rays, just movies like this, where you just pick them up because you feel good about them and they end up being worth more than you thought. And then here is a fish called Wanda, Blu-ray edition. Again, this one's looks like $85. The slipcover, people put that in the title because slipcover matters. Here's another one, still looking at like $31.96. And keep in mind, like I said, all these movies that I've shown, they're like $50 or more pre-owned. There's so many that sell in the $20 range. So there's just a lot of potential out there with Blu-ray movies in general. I just noticed Declutter store is selling this one, if anyone's familiar with Declutter. But one of my goals this year is to be able to pick out a lot of good Blu-rays just by looking, to look at rare action figures and just be able to pick out the good ones. It's honestly just adding to the knowledge of reselling in my brain. I think it just pays off to do this research. I'm probably going to eventually go through hundreds of Blu-rays like this. I don't know if I'll do another video. If people enjoy the video, I'll make another Blu-ray video. Just let me know in the comments. But me personally, I would love a channel that would just go through and show me what movies I should be keeping an eye out for, so I can kind of burn it in my brain. So hopefully this helps some people out. If you did enjoy the video, hit that like button for me before you go. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Until next time.